First, we need to talk about. I don't know if you've been seeing. Obviously, Tay-K got sentenced 80 years
Oh
on
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah. I seen that.
the murder case of him killing the young man was trying to rob him,
Hmm.
and it was all senseless violence. Just seen some people on social media talking about, oh man, I think that's a little bit too excessive
Wait, to it.
for
Hold on.
someone.
I'm sorry. So the Tay-K, the gentleman who unalived someone,
Mm-hmm.
um, did a
Mm-hmm.
music video
Mm-hmm.
while on the run,
Mm-hmm.
making fun of being on the run and unaliving
Mm-hmm.
this person who's been in
Mm-hmm.
jail for said amount of years. I want to say maybe 5 so far or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
people are saying he's 80 years is excessive for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Americans, aren't they?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm just like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, no. Like, I get it. He may have learned his lesson. He may have learned while in the system. I would have hoped that he would have learned, but that doesn't excuse
Send the kid
that
love.
he did those crimes. People were affected, and now he has to ultimately pay for it. He
Hmm.
could have got capital murder, and then it would have probably, sentenced him to death, but they didn't. But even then, it's like, for the fact that people are talking about, damn, why they ain't just let this go already? Y'all already got 55. I'm like, bro, y'all clearly,
Just let it go.
yeah, bro. I've seen that,
What
and
kind of
some
stuff?
I'll be like, bro, y'all clearly don't understand what it's like to lose someone off of senseless violence. In fact, there's somebody that follows me on Instagram. I'm scrolling through my stories, right? And I see this. I see that on, they show the verdict of, Buddy getting 80 years, and he's like, fuck, man, put a sad face emoji. So I respond, I'm like, don't tell me you sad about a person killing someone over they're trying to rob them. And he responds with, I think 80 was excessive. I understood 55 though. It's quite obvious they're trying to use him as an example
An example
to
to what?
other youth. But overall, I think it was just sad, despite the negativity that he spewed in his bars. I think he really had a way with words in terms of his rhyme scheme and cadence. I'm not done. I'm seeing all types of opinions from people stating he could have possibly still get out in 50 years or so. So 55 years
Oh my
could have
god.
been maybe 25 to 35 with good behavior. I think his attitude is so much different from how it was when he was 16. Even the photos,
And
Tay-K
he
is
kept
smart.
kept going.
I don't think he would have dived back into that lifestyle if he had 30 to think about it. The world is going to be so different in 30 years, but hey, so I'll respond. Here's the thing, and he may have changed, but that don't change the fact that someone lost their loved ones because of his actions, no matter how young he was at the time. We can't give people a pass
Stupid.
because now we are older and wiser. This is the consequences for his actions. He really got off lucky because they could have given him the death penalty, and he still has one more case to go through after this. It's really unfortunate how this all played out, but families deserve some type of closure. And then he sent me long voicemails about his upbringing and stuff. And I get where you
Oh,
coming from, but at the same time, bro, we all have a choice, and he made his choice. Whether his upbringing was great or not, he made his choice, and there are consequences for the things that you do.
yeah.
We got to stop acting like, just because you're a fan of his music. Once the nigga
Hmm.
brought up his rapping scheme, I'm like, bro, that
Yeah,
has
that was it.
nothing
Yeah,
to
I would
do
have checked out.
with. I'm like, bro, who cares about his? I don't give a damn about that. You
He killed an
motherfuckers.
elderly man too.
No, he attacked an elderly man. He tried to rob him at gunpoint, and then when the guy didn't give up his money, he ended up hitting him with the gun and brutally attacking him. And then he didn't kill him, but he attacked him.
So
So
that's
that's the
so
next
then
case.
he. Wow.
This was all happening back to back to back,
Why don't
bro.
they just say he get life? His life or the death penalty, but they're gonna keep you alive so that way they can use you for work. Um, Yeah, he's gonna be enslaved for the rest of his life. Very
Yeah, bro.
unfortunate for the situation,
Mm.
but it's very unfortunate for the people who lost someone just because of a senseless act of what was it, $10? You
No, he
trying to
was
rob
he was
somebody of a
trying to
camera and
yeah, he's trying to take his
some
camera.
change? Like it's senseless for them too. More senseless that they had to lose a loved one just because of you wanted to do something immature and then you pretty much laughed about it. Whatever it was, it's like I'm just gonna pray over the whole situation. Stuff like that really irritates me, because these are things that we can avoid, but people just so sick in the mind. And then when it comes time to, y'all lucky I ain't no judge or I ain't the president, because boy, I
It's just one of those things, man. We
we
got
going back to
people.
some old back in the day when they used to do all the little crazy
Mhm.
executions
People will glorify you because the music.
because
Once
it's
he said,
something
"Oh,
they
I'm a
love music.
fan,"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "All right, yep." I mean, I can be a fan of somebody, but once they do some wild shit, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Because if that's my friend, my brother, someone I care about, hell,
Mm-hmm.
even me, I would want justice to be served. Not no, oh well, they could give him at least like 30 or 40. No, nigga,
That's
throw away the
sick.
key. No,
That
you
is
do
very
something like
sick.
that, though, because guess what? Some people in the comments are like, bro, he don't get a chance to live to 80. His life was
Exactly.
cut short.
Mm-hmm.
So no, fuck that.
And
No.
the dude was young as well. Like,
Yeah, I think he was like 22, bro. 22. He was, he loved to do photography. His life was cut short all because nigga was just on a different time. Like he just felt like, he was untouchable. And once the motherfucker made a song about it, that's when it was like, yeah. Like people were like, oh, his mind was underdeveloped. He knew what he was doing in these things.
yeah,
He may not
absolutely.
have he may not have, really thought about the consequences because a lot of people don't think about the consequences.
He was
Most people are not.
15.
Yeah.
The dude,
Was the dude 15?
they said he was 14 or 15. He was 15.
Really? I could have sworn he was older than that.
Regardless of the fact,
Hmm.
it doesn't even matter, bro. Like, life
Yeah,
shouldn't
bro.
have been lost.
Over
Um,
nothing stupid,
Tay-K
bro.
still gets something that young man didn't, and he get to
Life.
live.
Hmm.
He's been living since the situation which that dude wasn't able to. So, bro, you lucky. Man, I'm tell you, bro. Nah, for real, bro. Because people nowadays, boy, Americans is getting out of hand.
Hmm.
Like we doing stuff now just because of the fact that we can do it. But
Hmm.
them other countries and stuff like that, and back in the day, bro, you boys was terrified to do some wild stuff because they knew
Hmm.
what was gonna happen if they did. So, nah, bro, we gotta do better, fam. We literally have to do better, bro. Praying for all the family involved, both sides, because
Yeah, bro.
you don't have control. I mean, you never know how somebody gonna get up out the house and go what they're gonna go do. Some people actually do have and have had a solid background and go and do some wild stuff that I'm pretty sure they was never taught. But
Hmm.
at the end of it, because the influence is real.
Yeah.
You come from a home of stability, and you want to go be an idiot because somebody influenced you to be an idiot. So
Yeah.
it's just very unfortunate, man, all the way around.
Nah, it really is. That's why, we try to give out that positive message, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where it's like a life was lost
Mm-hmm.
and there's no coming back for them. You feel me? So that's why it's like, you know, we got to stop glorifying individuals thinking that shit is cool because it's not, bro. And some people can say, "Oh, they're just trolling." I honestly, the way people minds are now, I don't put anything past anything when they say what they say on the internet because a lot of times people are that dumb. Yeah, what you see at face value is what you get at face value. A lot of times people say what their inner thoughts are. And some people feel like that was too harsh of a punishment. And I always say, if you were in that shoes, I doubt you would feel that way. I doubt you.
Right.
Oh, nah, I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
They wouldn't
So
be so caring and concerned. Come on, man.
nah, nah, bro. So rest in peace
Rest in
to the
peace, man.
individual, and I'm just praying for their family. Hopefully, they can get some type of solace. It doesn't really change much, but this is a cautionary tale to y'all, bro. Don't be out here thinking that, just because you're young and dumb, you can do anything and everything will be fine. No, there are consequences to your actions, and always remember that whatever action that you are doing. So
Facts. Factuals.
The bitch, he's from Houston. If he got a problem, then we got the solutions. And there's no illusion. I made this shit happen, I'm living life lucid. I'm switching my strategies. Now they hate on me cause I'm causing casualties. But why are they after me? Deep inside they know they can't handle half of me.